Are you an ambitious individual with large aspirations and you are highly driven to make those dreams come true? However, it seems like there is still some external force that is stopping you, and it's almost as if life is telling you to be patient, to be still, and to wait. Well, you are in the right place because on this edition of Weekly Upliftment, I am going to provide you with 3 tips to help highly motivated people during periods of waiting. My name is Kyle Bennell, and I help people who feel stuck, lost, and unfulfilled experience freedom, hope, and purpose through inspirational speaking and teaching about life, health, and spirituality. And today, I'm excited to help you discover the genius inside you and how you can express it in service to a greater whole. There are times in life when we need to be active, but there are also times in life when we need to be still. And for highly motivated individuals like us, these times of waiting can be very challenging. I'm reminded of a story I once heard of a farmer who was so eager to have his crops grow that he went out into the field and he started to pull them up. And in the process, he ended up killing his crops because he pulled them up by their roots. And for highly motivated people like us, the same can be true. We can be so eager to make our dreams come true that we go out and we try to pull them up, but we end up damaging them in the process. So today, I'm going to provide you with 3 tips that help highly motivated people during times of waiting. Tip number 1 is to take tiny action steps. Many highly motivated people have these grand visions, and we lose sight of the tiny action steps that will lead to those grand visions. Instead of focusing on mastering a giant presentation, simply focus on crafting the outline of the first page. Instead of focusing on 50 books that you want to read throughout the year, simply pick up a book that calls to you in the moment and focus on reading the first chapter. And when we take these tiny actions compounded over time, it will eventually lead us to our grand visions. Tip number 2 is to take the focus off of yourself. Sometimes we do shift our focus away from our grand vision and onto tiny steps. However, when we do take actions on these tiny steps, it still feels like we are being met with resistance. During times like these, it can be helpful to take the focus away from us and from our ambitions and onto how we can serve other people. And oftentimes, when we do shift our focus onto serving others, life will provide us the breakthroughs that we are seeking all along, and it will put us into contact with people that hold the key to unlock the breakthroughs we were seeking. And tip number 3 is to realize that you can't be lazy. And this was a huge epiphany for me because sometimes life simply is telling you to wait, to be patient, and to be still because it's just not the right timing for your dreams to come true yet. And I remember during times of my life like this, I was simply taking action because I didn't want to be lazy. However, when I eventually surrendered and yielded to life, I was filled with so much more clarity and insight. And when the time came to eventually take action, I was able to execute at a much higher level than I could have before. To recap, many of us highly motivated individuals have these grand visions. However, sometimes life is simply telling us to wait, to be patient, and to be still. And to help you during these times of waiting, there are 3 things that you can do. Number 1 is to break down our grand vision into tiny action steps. And when you take action on these tiny steps over and over, eventually they will lead into that grand vision. Tip number 2 is to take the focus off of yourself. Sometimes we do execute on these small action steps, but we are still met with resistance. During times like these, when we take our focus off of ourselves and onto others, life will provide us the breakthroughs that we were searching for all along. And finally, tip number 3 is to realize that you can't be lazy. Sometimes it's just not the right timing for your dreams to come true yet. And when you do decide to yield to life and to be patient, to be still, and to wait, life will provide you with so much more clarity, so much more insight, that when it does call your number again to get going and to take action, you can have so much more energy, so much more enthusiasm, to take action, and to make your dreams become a reality. I wish you well on your journey to be patient during times of waiting. And I send love, gratitude, peace, and blessings to you. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in today, and if you found this content valuable, there are 3 things that I want you to do. Number 1, go to KyleBunnell.com. That is KyleBunnelle.com, and sign up for the exclusive video 3 Morning Connections to inspire you for the rest of your day. When you sign up for this video, not only will you be receiving it, but you will also be receiving daily minute motivations, which are inspirational videos that take less than a minute to watch that I will send to you every morning. Second, like this content and follow, subscribe to, and interact on all our social media channels and platforms. Let me know your challenges and how I can be of best service to you. And third, tune in next week where I will provide you with more content to help you to discover the genius inside you and how you can express it in service to the greater whole. I am honored, blessed, and privileged to be here with you on your journey, and I am here to inspire you every step of your way.